Well. How's it going, guys? It's Richard Unicorn Caller. I woke up super early for this amazing, scrumptious event. Yesterday was super duper fun. I had the time of my life. But let's jump right into the news. This is funny. So, yeah, y'all already know about this Azteca raid, man. Like, it's all over the place. This was reported at 7:24 p.m., so basically at night. Breaking, the Crying Sky raid has been broken in the recent patch as the second chance chest for all bosses in the quote-unquote pity system crafting vendor spawn before even starting the raid. This is the first time the drops have been accessible as the raid has still not been beaten. And as you can see, this is what it basically looks like. You can basically throw crowns in the chest and, basically receive the gear from there. And then you can, do the pity system chest or the vendor, and then you can craft whatever you need and all that fun stuff, right? So this happened. It was just... it was a mess. It was a mess. It also appears to be impossible to even start the raid now, as the sigils for players to stand on it don't work. So, yeah, we're just, we're off to a rough start. And the patch came out yesterday. Now we're gonna need another patch just to fix this patch. And when I say that, it is very silly, It should be noted that it's very likely that multiple guilds found this out long before blah blah blah, and thus before we reported on it. It's possible people were already using the second chance chest without it being reported, but that can only be speculated on. And then this is a video kind of showcasing how this happened and whatever. The sigils don't work, the chests just spawn in. It's I don't even know how that even happens, but it happened. And if you're confused about which patch we're talking about, it's the new patch where we had the new skeleton key boss and several raid changes. Obviously, we will be needing several other Azteca raid changes after today, because yeah, this was just terrible, and this was kind of sad to see, right? I'm not disappointed in the players that abused it, but I'm just disappointed that it took this long. And I gotta go back to two of my favorite words: proactive and reactive, right? Wizard101, or at least the company, is a very, very reactive company. I've been saying this for a very long time, but if you're proactive, you're creating or you're controlling a situation by causing something to happen rather than responding to it after it has happened. Okay, this is also similar to take change or take charge. Energetic, driven, bold, dynamic, motivated. Go ahead. Then we have reactive, which Wizard101 is very, very reactive. It's acting in response to a situation rather than creating or controlling it, right? And it's just the fact how long the entire day this has been going on. I don't know what to say, but that's crazy. So you release a patch and you don't know what's going on, and all it would have took is just one person to do a little bit of a test, a little raid test to make sure everything's functioning properly, and none of this would have happened. You would have actually saved yourself a lot of work had you not rushed things, had you just tested things. But in this day of age, and even after 15 years, that's still a consistent problem we see with this game. So now what's gonna happen is everybody that participated in that, that bought the chest and did all of that, they're now going to be facing punishments. Obviously, they might do a rollback where they just kind of like remove the gear and they maybe refund crowds. I don't know the correct like process on how they do that. Maybe if you went PvP with the unobtainable raid gear that nobody could get because the raid is just broken and overall the raid is just super weird, difficult. It's just all over the place. You might be facing some harsher sanctions or harsher punishments. I don't know. That's all gonna be for the company to decide, and it will be a very, very long day and overall long weekend for the team, unfortunately. And had they just tested it out and took the time with this patch instead of just dumping it out of nowhere, because this patch came out of nowhere. Nobody, like, I didn't even know that this was, I didn't even know we were getting a gold skeleton key boss. Like, this just came out of nowhere. And apparently, that gold skeleton key boss was also bugged. It had, like, a similar glitch to the NightBringer gauntlet where it spawned duplicates of the boss. I just, it's really frustrating. It really is. And I tell this to everybody. I'm like, you know, my respect was up here, you know, for the whole 15-year anniversary. I was trying to be positive. Now it went down a little bit for something really silly. So today and basically throughout the future, or I guess the weekend, it's gonna be a fun day because we don't know if people are gonna get banned, which probably will be the least income that will hopefully won't happen. That will be, I guess, the worst case scenario, that these people do get banned, or people will just get a rollback on the crowns or whatever. I think somebody said that they spent like 60,000 crowns. I'm not sure if that's real or no, if that's fake, but whatever the amount, I'm sure they'll figure it out. And yeah, it's just gonna be a really busy day. So yeah, that ends that. And it's funny thing because this whole issue was one of the reasons we even managed to even try and we almost got enough people to do the raid, but we couldn't get into it because we just didn't have enough people. And maybe that's a blessing in disguise almost, but at the same time it's kind of ironic how like stuff like this brings the guild together. They just, okay, never mind. I thought they tweeted something about the whole raid thing. By the way, the raid gate is closed. You can't do the Dragonspire raid or the Azteca raid, alright? That happened yesterday. I don't know if they just put it for the Azteca raid now, but whenever you try to put the key in, it just rejects it. It's completely offline, so they have to figure that out for the weekend. Yeah, let's just go into the news, I guess. I mean, literally nothing is really happening, and if there is something that's happening, I'm just really not in the mood to discuss it. We can talk about the infamous Beast Moon bundles and packs, which a lot of people wanted me to make a video on because the prices are just, it is a lot to take in, and we'll do this together. We'll do it one by one. So for 500 Lunari, you can get 500 Lunari basically for 2,250 crowns, and for 1,000 Lunari you can get this for 4,375 crowns, and then for a Beast Moon Wave 1 gold bundle, that is for 6,000 crowns. Basically they're monetizing Beast Moon now. We were kind of waiting for this moment for a while, and now it's finally come in. Why is 2,500 Lunari so expensive? Why was there such a big jump between the... What? Why is there such a big jump? So for 2,500 Lunari, this is 10,625 crowns. And then if you did want to get some of the tier bundles, for some of the, for some of the Beast Moon sets or whatever, it costs 12,500 crowns. So, yeah, enjoy that. I'm sure a lot of people are actually happy about this because now you technically don't really have to even play Beast Moon. You can just buy some of these bundles and the Lunari, and you can kind of, you know, get your sets from there. But, dude, I don't know how Beastman players are going to feel about that, because now you have people that are going to buy their way into Beastman, and then you're going to have other people that, you know, obviously don't want to do that, which you don't need to do. You don't need to buy yourself into Beastman. Beastman has been out for a very long time, but it has been a very, very long day, right? It has been a very long day. And I since we're here, we might as well, I guess, show the latest Wallaroo teaser, which doesn't really show us much, but I'll show y'all. I won't be too negative for y'all. We'll show y'all this Wallaroo teaser, which is the new world, which honestly I'm kind of scared for, because if we're getting patches like this, and if we're getting stuff that's unfinished and buggy, or it just doesn't get tested on, then I'm gonna have a lot of fears for you know, Wallaroo. Okay, I'm scared. I'm really hoping they take their time with it, but we will see. We will see. But going back over here, this just in, part 2 of Boris Tallstaff's My Wallaroo Walkout is hot off the presses. We can check this out, and might as well read it, because, you know, we'll end off the video on something good. We'll end it on something good. So anyway, my Wallaroo walkabout. My first step, having received my promotional world key in a box of Nanopops, I made my way to the quaint and rustic city of Hope Springs. On one side of me was the sea, on the other a vast stretch of sand, and in between a town of friendly locals, eager to help me find my way. And we see a little koala. This looks like Professor Xander, which we see in the Arcanum. So again, this is Australian themed and stuff like that. It's gonna be really cool. Wallaroo is home to koalas and Roo folks who have lived together so long they barely even notice any differences. They acted as my guides on my walkabout into the wilderness. On the first stop, though, was supplies. Can't venture into the outback without ample water, food, and weaponry. And I have to admit, when my guides handed me a boomerang, the first thing I did was try to cast a spell with it. They were quite amused. I was not living up to the Wizard City's increasingly dubious reputation. Oh my goodness. Boris, what are you doing, Boris? We've all heard the stories of the graduate, so legendary they don't even need a name. When you whisper, the wizard, the whole spiral knows who you mean. They stomped the crocs, they thwarted Meowity, or however you pronounce that. I apologize, I'm congested, and right now I am not in the mood for punctualization right now, or grammar. They felled a titan and possibly root some trash monsters. Not bad for someone who got their start fetching laundry. I love these callbacks to like some of the previous like adventures. I love it. But if you listen closely and to the right people, you'll learn there's a darker side to the wizard. I'm sorry, Boris, what is this? They've said to have spread the forbidden shadow magic to the spiral and danced on the comet that still rains upon Aztec. Yo, Boris really just, like, threw us under the bus, bro. They were also present for revolutions on both Polaris and Caramel. These may all be rumors, but it's enough to make the spiral wary whenever a student of Ravenwood crosses the threshold. Yo, Boris, whose side are you on, bro? Anyway, my clumsiness with this boomerang was enough to prove I was not a wizard, and I was going to need all the help I could get when I ventured into the dangerous outback. He's in disguise. Okay, so they don't like wizards at all. Because when he just said that, so they don't think he's a wizard. So no wonder he's getting all this data. But when we're a wizard, it's like they're gonna hate us. Ooh, spicy. This is spicy. I really want you guys to take your time on this patch and with this update. Please, just take your time with it. Do some testing, please. I really want this to be a stable world. I want this to be fun. You're not making it fun, okay? This right here, oh, not this. The other thing regarding the update notes. This right here, this is fun, but only if you do it right. Okay, this is fun. I love lore. This is awesome. But please just take your time with it. Please. I've been saying that for a very long time. Please. We don't need any more breaks. Okay? We've had enough. 15 years. I'm exhausted. Okay, I think a lot of people are exhausted. But I am super excited for Wallower. I'm sure everybody else is. And, yeah, we'll see what happens regarding the raids and the Beast Moon sets and whatever else is concerning everyone else. I think I'm going to take a break this weekend. I think I'm going to log off, just let the, laundry air out a little bit because, it's been a long day. But, yeah, again, we'll see what happens. And, like I said, I'm excited for Wallaroo, but I just really want them to take their time with it. It's really not fun if it releases buggy and it's been there for a while and stuff like that. I really want this to be a good world, So we'll see what happens. I will let you guys go. And yeah, until then, I will see you guys later. Peace out.